Hey guys, my name is RyanCentral and welcome to HitScan. We've got some pretty big news today when it comes to changes to how ranked overtime is going to work. It's completely different now, but also most importantly, we have a new skin collection being teased in this trailer. This is the Elderflame skin pack. It's an Ultra Edition collection. We'll talk about what that means in a second, but they are the most premium release skins yet. It includes a fire knife and skins for the Frenzy, the Judge, the Vandal, and the Operator. These gun skins individually will be about 2,500 Valorant points. We'll talk about how we know that in just a second, but we have no idea how much the bundle is going to be. I imagine quite expensive, maybe more expensive than the skins we have in the game currently, because it is meant to be premium. So me and Miska wanted to sit down and talk about that, but the first thing I gotta say, Miska, these skins are something else.
Yeah, wow. I don't think anyone expected really this level of, well, I was gonna say polish, but it's so much more than that. It's just another level of type of skin, and I do feel like it really does deserve its own category of the Ultra Edition. And all in all, super happy with that. I think it's something that stands out from a lot of other games too. I think as well when it comes to the knife as well, that looks pretty cool. I think the flame and dragon theme is something that will work with a lot of people. It's something that a lot of people will be a fan of. Just from how unique this skin line is and the skin collection is, I think that alone will give it a lot of attention. Whether or not you're buying it, I'm sure this is gonna make the rounds on Twitter and be very popular to at least look at. I do feel like it's that sort of thing where you have to talk about how much cosmetics cost in other games, but also comparing it to games like Counter-Strike and seeing what things cost there and how special this is and how you're not meant to buy every single bundle. That's not really something that Riot are looking to do, to sell every player every single bundle. I'm sure there will be a big discussion about the pricing and such. Maybe there will be some answers about that later on, but regardless, there's a lot of time that goes into this, of getting the animation work in, the modeling work, the sound work. There's so much stuff, and I'm sure Riot will talk more about that at a later date because it's bound to become a big topic. Really happy with these though, and yeah, we'll be seeing them in game in not too long, sort of Friday, Saturday time-ish.
Not only did we get to see the first Ultra Edition skin in the game, we also got some more information on the other skins and how they are sectored and ordered, I suppose, by Riot in regards to price, and namely what to expect. Overall, there are going to be 5 different editions of skins: Select, Deluxe, Premium, Ultra, which is the dragon skin that we have now, and the exclusive edition. The Select edition are the cheapest ones. These are the likes of the Rush skins, and the green ones, what are they called again, Miska?
The Convex collection, I believe.
You also have the Galeria skins as well, which are part of these, the really cheapest ones. Still some nice skins in there though, however. The Deluxe Edition, which are the likes of Prism and the Avalanche set. These tend to be the more better looking options, but the difference between the Deluxe Editions and the Premium ones, which are the likes of the Sovereign and the Prime skins, these skins tend to have the highlight outros when you get the final kill, you know, like the Sovereign thing. I imagine a Reaver skin because of that would also be part of the Premium Edition too, whenever that's officially added into the game. The Ultra Edition, which is the Dragon one, and then like we mentioned before, Exclusive Edition, which is, God knows what that's going to be like.
I imagine maybe the exclusive ones will be maybe around some future big tournament or something like that, or maybe when they don't just go between the different acts but actually a new episode. I don't know, I could see them doing something around a very special event, but it's obviously gonna have to be a big deal and not just a new agent release or something like that. It's gonna have to be much more major and more of a milestone for the game as a whole, rather than just like a week-to-week update thing. So yeah, there's a lot they can do there, and looking forward to seeing more Ultra Edition things in the future as well, because this was very special and, well, impressive to say the least. Okay, moving on though, we have some things from Morello. He's come back from vacation and is back on the stream straight away and bringing us some sort of news, or at least sort of his take and insight into developing Valorant, and in this case balance. We got a little bit of stuff around Viper and Breach, beginning with Viper, where all in all, Morello doesn't seem to say that there's anything in particular they're looking to change, just to look at Viper and change something, because she still does need a little bit of work. Here's the clip for that.
What are some of the changes you're currently exploring? We're mostly talking about Viper buffs right now specifically, and then we're also speaking about why does Breach suck and what do we do about, should we do anything about the meta right now, or we'll let it play out more?
He talks a little bit more about Viper here and there throughout the stream, but all in all, Viper buffs definitely looking to do something more there. A lot of people talk about the ultimate. That could be something that they change or at least improve. I don't think they need to rework it as a whole, but they could just tweak values and figure out how they can make that more useful, or maybe even tweak the sort of deploy of it in some cool way. That could be interesting. Anyway, he also talked a little bit about Breach there and why Breach is basically not played a whole lot, because he's not played that much in lower levels nor higher levels, and all in all, it's not really a learning thing because people that play the game a lot are still not picking him up as much, so they're figuring that out too, and how Breach, even in an operator sort of meta in a way, I guess you could say, is still not picked up that much when he has those abilities that can do stuff through walls without peeking or exposing himself at all. So yeah, here's some quick thoughts on that from Morello.
What would you like to change on Breach? I don't know. We're still talking about it. That's the thing. Is like I don't have a like, oh yeah, this is what we'd want to do. I think it because I think the way his kit's working is the way we wanted it to work, but it's not effective. So we're like, what's not working here? It's like a lot more of a practical problem-solving exercise that I think we really need to investigate. I don't have a strong central opinion myself right now, and I'm kind of like trying to consider, because our results will mostly be to try to make him better, not to try to change the experience any more than we have to, because his experience I think is all right.
I don't know about you, Miska, but I would have no ideas on how to make Breach better, because he is still strong. It could be one of those cases where people just need more time to get better at him, but he was one of like the best agents in the beta when we were playing him. Everybody seemed to agree there, but I don't know what it is. Just over time, people prefer other options. I have no idea what Riot are going to do to try and make him better without making him super overpowered.
I think it's generally just how his abilities affect his teammates. You can team flash, you can team stun. There's so much stuff there that can go wrong. I mean, you could even team kill. Every single one of his abilities can affect his teammates in a negative way. And I mean, we've seen the ultimate go wrong in games all the time on ranked ladder, I'm sure. And when it comes to securing kills with Breach and using him effectively, even just ignoring your team there, it can be a little bit of a hassle almost. So I don't know if they need to change the experience so much, but maybe just make it a little bit more fun and intuitive. Sometimes it can feel like just a bit of a hassle to set up and get good value consistently, but I do think he is strong, has a lot of potential. Just maybe you have to put in more effort compared to some of the other characters to get similar value. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert. I'm not a game designer, but hopefully Riot come out with some more details on that in not too long. Speaking of details though, we had some stuff added last night to the patch notes that we actually missed in that video because it just wasn't in when we talked about it.
I mean, literally, they forgot to add it into the patch notes, and it was like 8 hours later that it was added in. And this is a change to how overtime works for competitive, sudden death, so to speak, where both teams would be on the score of 12 all. Of course, it's 1st to 13. This round would also reset the economy, giving everybody 5,000 credits, and it would also reset ult charge, meaning that all of the players would be 4 points short of their ultimate. But if your defender decided, say, on split, you have a big advantage than those playing on attack. So now this system has been fully fleshed out. Instead of the single sudden death round, teams will now alternate playing rounds on attack and defense until a team claims victory, being up by 2 rounds. Much like the single sudden death, each of these rounds will reset the economy for everybody having 5,000 credits each round, and they will also be 4 points short of their ultimate. And every 2 rounds of overtime, an automated vote will trigger, basically saying, do you want to continue playing to try and decide a winner, or are you comfortable ending in a draw? The longer the game goes, the less players needed to vote for a draw in the end. It's also worth adding that you can't lose a rank on a draw. You may be able to gain a rank off of it, but you will never derank because you drew a game, which I think is a lot fairer overall as a system. It's a bit complicated, but I feel that within a week everybody will understand how it works. In unrated it stays the same because obviously it doesn't really matter, so you have the original sudden death format, but this should help make competitive feel a lot more competitive in the right ways. More changes need to come, but I think this is a pretty big change that has been missed by a lot of people because it was added in late, right? So we wanted to very much be clear on what the hell this change was.
Yeah, hopefully you guys got all that. On top of this as well, real quick, Morello talked a little bit more on his thoughts and sort of what he might see down the line and what he wants to do with Valorant. This is not really something that's gonna happen, but he was asked a little bit about characters like Alibi, for example, in Rainbow Six Siege. If you don't know, they can project sort of a carbon copy of themselves that's standing still to trick someone into shooting them, and then they give it a negative effect to the player that has shot that fake person. In this same way, Morello talked a little bit about creating something like this for Valorant, but didn't want it to be annoying and strictly not just trying to trick someone's reflex like that. So, and strictly not trying to trick someone's reflex like that. So I thought that was interesting. Here's a clip real quick about that.
I'm very much in the kinds of characters I love are big deceptive characters like that can do these stupid big brain things or trick or fool enemies. Is really fun for me. So I love characters like this. And it's like, but if you make it so the whole thing is set it up and then they have to peek or you can hide behind it, the reptile brain has to shoot it. They don't have the time to make that decision, but then they get punished for it. Is there a way to create deeper deception that's not just about tricking the reptile brain? And it's been some interesting things I've been thinking about there. I think you can still do a lot of stuff in that, and I would like to make a trickster character at some point.
All in all, really excited to see what the next character, Agent 12, will bring. Probably in about a month, well, less than a month away now. We mentioned that just the other day as well. All in all, just really hyped to see what they do with more abilities as they get crazier and crazier down the line. Hopefully still not completely out of hand, and I'm sure Riot are very aware of that and are just going to try to make stuff that's fun and changes the landscape in a way that's cool for everyone and not annoying, because nobody wants to play a game that's annoying.
That's everything that we wanted to go over today. I guess the main question I wanted to ask you guys in chat is, would you buy the dragon skin? It is quite expensive. I've seen a lot of complaints already about the skin prices within Valorant, so this is really pushing things to the next level. Of course, we haven't really seen the reaction of people on Twitter just yet because we, rushed to get this video done as soon as this was announced, as well as cover all of the other stuff that happened today. So really curious. Let me know what you think in chat, whether you're going to buy it, not buy it, too expensive. Just let us know in those words, buy, not buy, if you want, in the comments below. That'd be super useful. But that's it from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye.